Hi, my name is Caleb. I have been a Christian for as long as I can remember, and I started going to Adventure Church about 4 years ago. The story I'm going to tell you begins about when I was graduating high school. I was approaching the graduation of high school, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, I began to have anxiety build up within me. Like, it's a big unknown. What do I do? So I began to pray. I was like, God, where do you want me to go? What do you want me to do? And I didn't get an answer. I started to become depressed. I graduated from high school and I still didn't know what I wanted to do. Finally, I got the push to join the military, and that gave me drive for a few years, but I knew that's not what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And so the time came when it was starting to come to the end of my contract, and I once again didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and I became more and more anxious. And I can just remember during these times praying over and over again, God, what do you want me to do? Where do you want me to be? If you just give me the direction, I will go in it. I felt like an arrow that had not been pointed in a direction. And I felt like I had so much energy and passion and potential, but I needed to know where God wanted me. I decided to go to a Bible school because my sister was going to a Bible school at the time. And it was at this Bible school that I think God really shifted my direction. He began to show me a new element of himself. I can remember being there, classes hadn't started, and I was just walking the grounds at night all by myself. And I was praying, and I said, God, I trust you, and I know you can be trusted. In this moment, I'm ready to give you all of myself. And I felt such peace and confidence in that time. I knew that I was trusting God from that moment onwards in a radical way. God began to reveal more of himself to me. And what he revealed was that he didn't have a plan for my life. He didn't have the thing that I had to do, like you are going to do this and you're going to go in that direction. Instead, he wanted me to move forward. He wanted me to make progress. And I began to trust that as I went forward and just did things that I thought were good decisions, he would guide me, and he'd open doors and he'd close them, and he'd direct me through life, and I knew I could trust him. And that just changed my life. That took away the anxiety, and I know now that God has me. A verse that was really important to me during this time was Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 and 7, where God says to trust him, release your anxiety, to do not be anxious, but instead to discuss with him, to give your request to him, and the peace of Christ will cover your hearts and your minds. And that's what I experienced. And that is why I know God can be trusted, and that is why I follow him.